Denise, what's your name?
Denise
And what's your last name?
Bruckner.
Denise Bruckner, what are you doing here?
Watching the birds take a bird bath over there.
Okay. Okay, question.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you found out about the duck sanctuary.
Oh, Howard?
Yeah, tell me about Howard.
Well, I was over here feeding the ducks, the domestic ducks. There used to be about 14 of them here that were first dropped off. And
Where are we?
Greer Park.
Greer Park.
One day when I came over here when I was feeding them, Vanessa was here because she said she got a call from animal control. And so she was she said she showed up here and with all her cages and I asked her what she was doing. She says, oh, we're taking them to a sanctuary. They're going to be happy. It's beautiful, lots of love. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I'm so happy. Let me help you. So we caught 5, they're either 5 or 6, I can't remember now. And took them to Howard's, or she took them to Howard's. I just helped her catch them. I didn't go there at that time. And then the next day I was talking to a friend of mine who was saying, oh my God, that place is terrible. Howard is so abusive and neglected. And before she was going to come back out the following weekend and try to get the other ducks. So I decided to go out there and look for myself because I didn't want to take the other ducks there if what I heard was true. So me and a friend of mine drove out there, and I just cried. I cried. When I saw it, I cried.
Wait, you cried when
I saw Howard's place and the conditions that those ducks were in. It was horrific. It was like a Holocaust. The place was so dirty. The water hadn't been changed in God who knows how long. They had no room to move. They were sleeping, eating, shitting, all in their own crap.
Where was this place?
Howard's, wherever.
I don't know what was the.
I don't know. I just drove. I sat in the passenger seat.
What town was it?
Is that Winchester?
When?
This was around around May, June, the beginning of summer.
2024.
2024, yes.
Okay.
And it was. I just wanted to take the ducks back, but by then they were mixed in the cages that was way overly crowded. With there had to have been 300 ducks in just one little area, and like I said, the water was so pitiful, dirty. It was disgusting, and their pee and poop and the food. He just put the food like in that dirty water with all their pee and poop and everything, and then they're all fighting over it. And he'd only give them a little bit of food. It would like sink down to the bottom of the pool. There was only like 3 pools for like 300 to 500 ducks. That's it. And then he'd put it where they had to dive in and try to get the little grains. And I'm like, dude, just put it on the ground. No, they'll die. They can't. They have to have the water. Well, yeah, I realize it needs to be wet, but not that much. The water just needs to be wet. And he would. Everything I said, he would argue with me. And I sent a text message to Vanessa because she was going to come back, and to the other people that helped catch the ducks prior. They were going to come back the following weekend, and I sent a group message out to them saying there's no way I'm bringing those other ducks here because he is neglectful, he is abusive. These ducks are dying of starvation. They were completely covered with tarp, which creates a hothouse effect inside the cages because it was like 100 degrees out there in the middle of nowhere, so you know it was probably 140 inside there. No water, no food. What little water they had to fight over and was dirty with full poop and pee. Fighting. There were ducks without eyeballs. There were ducks with their feathers missing. There were ducks with, their beaks were all you could tell just from attacking each other. They, fighting over what they had to, that they were just, they needed medical care. There were so many there that needed medical care and some kind of help. And
so what did you do? What did you do at that point?
There was nothing what could I do?
Did you talk to anybody?
I talked to I talked to, I sent, like I said, I sent a group message to the other people that helped bring those other ducks. And I says, there's no way, we're not coming back here. Do not go get those other ducks. I told that to Vanessa. Do not go get this. Please do not go get those other ducks and bring them here. This place is abusive. They're better off struggling to survive in the wild than they are with him. And I talked to the guy that owns the property that Howard was renting from. And I don't remember his name. But
Sam?
He asked me.
Was it Sam?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
But I talked to him for like 20 minutes, and he just sat there and told me about how they never. Yeah, he goes. He never cleans these cages. It's always dirty.
Guys.